This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pick.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12. And a Cowboy first down.
Dalton with a quick throw out wide. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Cowboys.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A Cowboy first down.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Again, the ball carrier.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
third down. It's Elliott, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
The score, Cowboys 7, Seahawks 0. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now it's Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, That's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Andy Dalton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton now to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll run with Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard, 47 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives are impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 27 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This is Elliott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
2 yards.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
The 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. to throw here. Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Dalton. Cooper's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
The Cowboy first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. So Dalton now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Dalton hands off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete.
Dalton's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and 2 for Dalton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got room. boom. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and
they go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Seahawks 7. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball,
Wilson.
He's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back to those defense. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. And that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive. Not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
For Tony Pollard, incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein. This a 33-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He'll rifle this one deep right side. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And it'll be Dalton again. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
To try again after the sack. Dalton, this will be caught at about the 5.
Dalton's pass.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And he's got it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And it's caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.